Basic tutorials behind the scenes and action. Good evening YouTube, welcome to Basic Tutorials Behind the Scenes. I am Mark Holport. Today we're taking you behind the scenes of the biggest action film made in what is described as the ghettos of Trinidad and Tobago. This film depicts all the violence and fear that people in the ghettos face daily. This film is directed by Jeffery, also known as the General Without a Crew. This film is entitled Welcome to Warlock, the Land of the Lawless by Hollywood Production.
Come about 8 o'clock now. I'm the same number though. You still have it?
I mean, I lost in that at all.
King's house. You rode hard, but he block easy.
Police are home for gambling. I hope you know that.
And you know I love you, darling.
I know that, but if you love me ready, do what I say.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
We machine, mate.
Boy, that's not your business, boy.
You're not teaching the fucking here. I tell you, we don't need that kind of war, boy. Talk to your soldiers and them and let them know we don't want a war. You know what's going on there, the war starting. What's going on here, boy?
This popular movie was filmed in the community of Lavantil in Trinidad and Tobago. The film was rated 16 years and over due to its adult content and language. This entire film was not based on a script. All of the actors did some improvising of their own. The film develops from a card game that went bad. The bad guy in the film, Ratty, lost in a card game with Machine. The other character, the average maxi taxi driver, and a good guy. As he tried to avoid war in the community, Ratty and his gang did otherwise, crossing the line by killing his nephew and godson. Speaking during an interview with Marcia Henry, Jeffery Allyene spoke about how easy it was for wars to start.
A war, a beef can start up just from something that goes bad, just from something that's considered to be a disrespect in the street.
I know a man got a murder case because he bought doubles and he didn't like the doubles, right? And he tell the man sometimes, and the man didn't right answer and he killed the doubles, man, right? I know an ex-man, a lot of people, a lot of murders that happen in this country for really simple thing. A man do like how you're walking, a man do like how you're dressing, you look nice on him. He could get a talk to instigate something. There's a lot of petty things that be causing most of the beef in the ghettos. And
Tell me, talk to the youth.
He also had a message for the young people, telling them that they should act out these wars on film instead of doing it in real life.
And instead of doing it, let me act it and make money.
I said to you that
Mr. Allyene also spoke about why he didn't decide to ask the Trinidad and Tobago Film Company for help funding his film.
Everything that there is in a crew, you were that person. And therefore, I guess technically it would have suffered to some extent. And I was asking you why you didn't try to solicit funds from the film company and other funders so that you can, put post-production, up the production and send it to the world because it's an excellent film.
The film company have a security outside for Jeffery Allyene for 4 reasons.
Did you threaten them, Jeffery?
No, that's a lie. Okay. That's a lie. I don't need to threaten the film company. I don't threaten nobody. You see, it's a kind of word, a kind of word games they're playing with that threaten and that attack, right? Because if you make, they like to use them offensive word to make it seem bad. Like, I remember the film company with the application the last time, I think it's 2010 or sometime there, and I got refused when somebody who did the application the same way Timothy Timal follow the two thing. I said, but I didn't want to apply. He said, boy, apply, Jeffrey, apply, boy, they must give you, boy, you well good. They must do. And he followed the two form, and he just signed up to thing, he put all the information, and he do the same thing like me, and he get to, I get blank. Right? Then now, I come and do a film named Steel Pan Story. It's total discrimination I'm talking about here. Steel Pan Story. I did this film, I get about $2,500 to do this film, at about 18-minute short film. I shoot it, edit it, direct. Basically everything. Me and my nephew was the gaffer. See my little lights and my little whatever it might be. And somebody come and use that film and go to the film company and get a grant for $100,000. But Jeffery Allen can't get a grant. So I can't go back to the film company for no grant, to be honest. That will be I belittle myself.
This film made the TV6 News Weekend Spotlight. Well, I think it's time we meet the characters in this film.
This is Latian Machine, Junior McIntyre, Raphael Joseph. The two stars in the movie, and also Darwin Bennett, but he's not here today.
Now you just jumped off because the man beat you in a card game. That was real ignorant.
No, I thought he was talking too much.
Ah.
Yeah, you know? Yeah, and the character Jeffrey time to play, if a man boasting in a kind of way, I had to bring out a kind of different, you know, so I come out in that kind of way and I say, but I work back more money, you know? Yeah, I didn't like the idea, the character didn't like the idea that Mussolini talking and boasting and telling everybody that he's been ratting, you know?
I like him, he's so nice in the film. And you know what I liked about you in the film? You were just along your merry way, trying to make an honest dollar, running your taxi. I don't want any trouble. But if you come to me, I'm not running from it necessarily, because you could have gone to him and said sorry or whatever, but you didn't.
You know, that's how that's going sometimes in real life, when, you know, people trying to stay away from trouble have a way of finding people. Yeah. You know, not because they like trouble or because they know about trouble, but trouble have a way of finding it.
Yeah.
So that's why I myself have a way of getting rid of trouble. You know, in that kind of sense, either talk it off, apologize, I just say, you know, kind of communicate in a right way now. But as it is in life, you know, sometimes it does get extended, you know. So that's how it does go. Well, that's how it does go. Hustling, a man does boast and a man does thing and talk does pass, you know. Sometimes a simple talk does lead to a huge bacchanal. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's how it really was in the movie. You know, people like action and sometimes in real life. Yeah. You know? That's why we try to get youths and them to act it and not do it. Yes. You know, we can plenty of the times in real life, you know, it does lead to that violence. Exactly. You know, not only for card gambling, but for that little small talk and little stupid thing now, it does lead to killing and murder and families falling out and friends turning enemies and even mothers and sons turning enemies and daughters and mothers and, you know, so we just had to watch the movie and know from them small little things could stem bigger things. So we had to try to keep the small things as nothing.
Have you acted before?
No, I'm always used to make people laugh and think, make joke and, you know, comedy things now. Yeah. I always used to be that.
You did a good job though, but you died real fast.
Yeah, I know that, but we just showing people how life is. You understand, how friends just carry you and don't bring you back. You understand, because you see where I was like lineman and my own scene, and he come and he called me and he let me know XYZ man, big mob thing. And I do so now, and I roll with him. So I did consider him that I'm a virgin. So when I roll with him now, I end up being the shitty one in part of it.
And that's how it happens sometimes, isn't it?
It happens. Like part of life. So you don't know how it does go in the ghetto. But men ain't trying to understand that everybody feels it's a big ranking thing. You understand? When they get to realize what's really going on in the community, there's a lot of black brothers dying. You ain't seen the Indian, the Chinese, the white. You understand?
The Dangles.
Dangles. Right? You're the young man who just went, who played both sides.
Yeah.
That's a real thing, you know, in the hood, isn't it?
Yeah, that's not everything, but you can lost life for that too. Yeah, in a way. But like I say, it was good. The enjoyed acting thing was real good.
How did you, when the general came to you and said, I want you to be in the movie, how did you put together your character? Because you know you have to base your character on something or somebody. Yeah, so how did you assess your character?
Well, before I started, Wayne, I know that Wayne in the movie was Darwin, William. introduced to the movie, and we were like, we're going to act in a movie, or like, royalize, I was lying to me now, but
Yeah.
I didn't believe him now.
Yeah.
So he bring me down in the studio, Connie Forest there with him film, and I've met Jeffery the general.
Yeah.
And we talk, and he keep coming and say, yo, 3 days after we started to film, and I was filming a brain like character, and I started off was acting so good, and I switch in play, and I just switch play, I get a play. That suit me.
After chatting to carry out the movie.
Yeah.
One of the philosophy how we make movies, right? If you're not acting too good, you get a chance. If you're not delivering, you don't understand that you have to go. Right. So you go find a way for it to go. You go create an excitement for the crowd and them. We have to find a good way in the story to put it in together there because. But if you're not acting good, you can pull on the whole character.
Yeah.
So he first scenes. He didn't do well at all. I say, boy, Wayne, what kind of man you bring here for a boy? I say, nah, boy. I say, you switch wrong. I say, you take bullet, switch only. So the bullet you act that hole, and when you're done, you go find a way to get rid of you quick. But boy, the next time the camera go on this man, is when he was making the phone call, and you can see from there, he started to act. Well good, and he delivered down the line. So well proud of them, and I'm telling you, really proud. But sometimes they threaten to kill them out if they're not acting good as work. Because they want to act and they're performing, right? So a couple of them suffer that fate. But he's one of the men that survived. He was to go early, and he acting step up. I want to acting good, we always get play because we need strong actors to go. Because remember, we still, you got to send it out.
Sure. And his real name in the movie? What's the real name?
Well, Roger Brewster.
Roger Brewster?
Yeah.
Now, Roger Brewster, I was vexed with you in the film, and that is actually a sign of a man who's doing a real good job as an actor. Because I find you were supposed to be minding your children, is your son, right? And your son, Machine was minding your son.
Well, could I pick up on that?
All right, then, go on then.
Well, me and Machine planned what we was going to say, and as the general say, anytime something go wrong, don't stop, continue.
Right.
I never knew Machine was going to tell me I don't mind my son. It was never that. So I shocked, but I remember what the general said, so I continue. And continue going with that. Because he always say a good actor, there's flow. Right? And I learned a lot from him, because from day one, I always tell General I want to act. He know that too. I used to come with my car full of clothes to change, quite like to dress. Right? And I enjoyed it.
For real, it was awesome. What has the film done for you?
Well, as the general say, it make me more famous. Now, a lot of people don't know, I'm running a hotel, right? Shokonia Hotel, I'm running Shokonia Hotel. And I'm not just a man on the street, you know? So sometimes I have to level with certain people, come back up, go back down, but it's acting. All Trinidadians is actor. I want to say this on air. A guy meet me in the mall and told me in 1992, the same thing happened to him. He came on the street and see his son, and when he watched that film, he cried. And he shake my hand. And I see like he wanted to cry still.
Because you're in the film, your son is gone down.
Yeah, and he said he do the same thing. He said you don't always feel when your belly coming out. And he said when I see you do that, he said I start to cry. And when I see a big man talking to me with tears in the eye, I like, okay, I feel good. Because I know I bring it out. And General is making bring it out. Because he just talk to you first. He's tell you you're going on. Remember your son dead. So you have to remember that. So when he tell you that, you know, cycling up, the son dead, the son dead, the son dead. And he leave it up to you. And longs, he can make anybody somebody. That is why they call him in General.
I didn't want to take no part in no movie. No, I tell him I'm going to no movie. So he said, well, so he begged me, he said they want an old lady. They want an old lady. So that is very how I end up in the movie. And then my son, so I said, well, I support him, right? Because I didn't want to be in the movie that old.
Why?
82 years, you know.
True, looking so good.
I didn't want to go. So I beg, I say, all right. So I went well on the bag because I said, I ain't going nowhere. I keep telling them that. I really didn't want to go nowhere. But when he said they want an old lady to act, I said, act what? They said, well, I'm going to tell you when you come. So when the day when the film they come and telling me that, I said, so what I have to go and do? He said, well, your grandson dead, so you must know what you have to do. That's all you know.
Okay,
so
that's
all. So I go in and cry. He said, well, why? You have to go and cry for your grandson because he dead. That was all. And then when I went up,
besides appearing on television, Mr. Jeffery Allyene also had the opportunity to speak to the students at the School of Business and Computer Science in Port of Spain, Trinidad, for the first time on acting and story. With the success of his film, Jeffery Allyene faced many problems with copyright and media sabotage and prejudice.
The Express newspapers front page had a picture with myself and my valued members, cast and people from Welcome to Warlock. In our Welcome to Warlock t-shirts with our placards. But they label us as live sport coaches and members.
The visual effects were done by Jeffery Allyene. Let's take a look at some of his work, shall we?
Run. I don't want to go on, mate. Put on. But it's like I will run here, right?
Hey, with Tom, mate.
I don't know who Tom, boy.
You don't know Tom? Huh?
Well, that brings us to the end of our program this evening. Before we leave, we want to give you a look at the performance of Allyene, I don't know if I pronounced that right, a new artist coming out of TNT at the launch of the movie. Thank you for viewing. Good night.
Oh no, what we need is love, yeah. And I tell you of this I'm sure, yeah. Well, I say love makes the world go round. Yeah, man. I know the truth, let me sing that one, alright? Yeah, well, as I wake out of bed this morning, I give thanks, 'cause you rise me up again. It's a brand new day for me to share some love with my brethren and sisters. I know me never gonna stop. You love me from the spread from the valley to the hills.